Have you ever wanted to be a superhero? Perhaps you felt like you needed to be a superhero to cope with what you were coping with what you were doing. And being a superhero can be a really hard job. It's not quite as exciting and glamorous as it looks like from the outside. You're responsible for looking after everyone, for saving them. You've got to keep control. You've got to keep this tight hold on everything and make sure that everyone's doing the right thing and keeping safe themselves. If you carry on doing that, it can be really quite lonely. You're the only one who's the superhero who's got to save everyone. And you can end up burnt out or just isolated and feeling unsupported yourself. Today, I'd like to talk to you about taking a different approach and looking for the superhero in everyone around you as well. Taking this approach, what you can do is you can find the value and the support in other people as well as yourself, so that it's not just you having to look after everyone and be responsible for everyone. And this is true of your colleagues and your team members, particularly if you've got reports, if you're responsible for a team. It can feel really like it's down to you alone. But the best way to handle this is to create a situation where everyone can be their own superhero. In order to do this, what you need to do is let people surprise you. Be open to their particular strengths. Because each person has a particular set of strengths, when they can play to them, they're much, much happier and they'll be different from yours. You create this amazing space for people to be powerful and to be their best when you actually back off a bit and you leave them space, you trust them to deliver. After all, superheroes aren't known for their kind of general ability. They're known for the one thing that they do amazingly. When you do this, you give people a chance to be a better version of themselves. You actually create an invite for a better interaction. And it doesn't mean that you have to tell them what to do. In fact, that's the opposite of what you need to do. You need to create this space where you're seeing them as having all this potential, having all this amazing excitement, and you're seeing how you can help them deliver it. It's not about controlling them. It's not about making sure that their work is in the way that you do it. That's the exact opposite. You've got to accept that you're surrounded by experts. You're surrounded by people that know their area better than yours. It's not your job to hold on to everything and be the best at everything. It's your job to be the best at that one thing that's really you and that really lights you up. When you do that, you open up the space and you create the invite, you create the potential for other people to do the same thing. And this is what being a superhero is really about. So I'd like you to have a think about, for maybe your team members or your immediate colleagues, what are their superpowers? What would let them step into their power? What would let them be really, really just super? What would you love to see for them and for the team, for everyone around you? Also, what is your superpower? What is the one thing that you do that's just amazing? What transforms other people? What lights you up and what lights other people up? Do share what you found out in the comments, and also please share this video with anyone who you think would really benefit from seeing it.